Hello, and welcome to video number 4 on living victoriously. And today we're going to talk about the spiral of defeat, how we get so defeated before we get into biblical hope and biblical practice. I love it. So we've established the keys to victorious living. Really two things to start with. Number one, loving God with everything we have. Don't go halfway. There's no victory. There's no fun in going halfway of being a Christian. Give everything you have to God. And second is trusting Scripture. God gave us His Spirit-driven Word. It's living and active. It applies to us. It makes our lives go in the right direction. It guides us to see the purpose for our lives. It's the power to what God intended. It defines the path we can use to an abundant life. And it gives us the message of the cross, the good news. So, knowing that, why do Christians fail? Why do we fail to live in God's abundance? Well, the fact is, most Christians don't fail because of a blowout. They fail because of a slow leak. And before you know it, we look around and we say, well, what happened? There's a principle. It's because you sow a thought, you reap an idea. You sow an idea, you reap an action. You sow an action, you reap a habit. You sow a habit, you reap a character. You sow a character, you reap a destiny. And we come looking around for solutions when we have this character that's failed. And we say, well, how do we fix the character issues? Well, we got to go back to where we started. It started with a thought that you put into action. So it really starts at the heart level. It's thinking, but it's our heart that deceives us. And then we follow it up with actions. And we always look for solutions that are action-oriented without changing the heart. Well, God doesn't do that. God changes the heart first, which changes our actions. In Matthew 11:28 through 30, He says, "Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. For I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." God knows that we are all too weak or too wounded to do it ourselves. And we try to fix it. And that's why He came. He said, "Come to me, and I will give you rest." So that's where it really starts, is that we need to focus on the heart before we even get to the actions. The actions will follow. But the second is Matthew 15:18 and 19. And this word shows, "But the things that proceed out of the mouth come from the heart, and those defile the man. For out of the heart come evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, and slanders." Oh, He's telling us right there. It's what's in our heart that comes out. And we say, well, I've got to stop this action. Well, you know what? Let's change your heart. Because our actions leads us to fills us with guilt and shame. And that draws us away from God. Even though that's exactly why Jesus came, to free us from our self-imposed shame that condemns us and steals any hope we have in an abundant, purposeful life. I hope that makes sense to you, because it really is simply understanding the process of how we fail. Now that we understand that, now we can talk about how we can change forever. So this is the best part, is now we get into the next three, which are going to focus on the plan God has given us to make that change. So I hope you continue. Don't stop now. God bless.